California's surplus will not be trickling down to the arts, not under Governor Brown's budget proposal, but there is a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, it's a new bill that would restore the state's art funding to its glory days. And art educators are crossing their fingers this bill becomes law. Students at Sheridan Elementary have practiced hard, and now it's time to shine. For chorus instructor Rhonda Crane, teaching the arts is critical for children's development.
Music should be introduced to children at a very, very young age so that it's inside of their souls. It would be wonderful if I could be at one school 5 days a week and teach those students every day.
But that's not the reality in California. For years, the state's investment in the arts has been nearly flat. In the 80s, the California Arts Council had an $11.5 million budget. In 2001, art funding peaked at $32 million, and the governor's proposal on the table for this year is a much smaller $5 million. Out of 50 states, California ranks 48th in per-person spending on the arts. Only Kansas and Georgia spend less. But one bill in Sacramento could reverse art funding's downward spiral and restore it to $25 million the next fiscal year.
With additional funding, we could deepen our impact on the kids here.
Julie McDonald runs LEAP, a nonprofit that teaches art education in schools that otherwise couldn't afford it. Sheridan Elementary's chorus is one of the organization's success stories. But LEAP runs all types of art programs in 35 Bay Area schools, spreading a clear mission.
We work in visual arts, creative writing, dance, music, theater.
The kids are learning how to feel confident about themselves and how to collaborate with other people. And that not only helps them become more successful in school, but they can take those skills and carry them throughout their lives.
And if the bill passes, $20 million more in state funding could have these kids singing well into the future. They sound good, don't they?
They sure do.
So the governor wanting to keep the budget tight. No surprise he's not doubling down on the arts. But remember, it's interesting to note that Governor Brown actually set up the California Arts Commission all the way back in the 70s, and now it's not being funded nearly the way it was back then.
Everybody fighting for their piece of the pie.
That's right.